afternoon, everyone. My name is Arthur Hanks, and in today's show, we will have a special interview with a psychologist that specializes in bullying. So please welcome Mr. Cyrus.
Hello, and thank you, Arthur, for inviting me to this show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, Cyrus.
But I think the win is there also speak louder.
Is that okay?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So I want to ask you something about a bullying case at your school. So what do you think about the bullying case? Is that frequently happen or
Well, cases like this happen a lot, but every reason behind it differs. Like each person have different reasons behind it. Like where the victim sometimes chose to fight back or the victim chose not to, and whether they have different stories why they did it or not, we don't know. We don't know the real story behind it.
Well, thankfully, we have our reporter, Jonathan Penley, who will report us the situation right there. So please connect to Jonathan Penley.
Good afternoon, folks. Today is 2 November 2023 in calendar Scrum. And today we have a special chance to speak with our victim family of the bully that happened in Beyond Whisper. So the video is uploaded by the bully himself on the internet. Okay, right now we have a chance to speak with the victim directly. Behind the story is the victim home. Let's get it started.
Oh, hi, family.
Hello.
Come in.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yes,
I'm
nice to
Henry.
meet you also.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Marvin.
Okay, thank you for allowing this interview to happen. And now, can you tell me and the people watching how you felt when you got bullied?
Well, when I first got bullied, my entire body hurt because they hit me everywhere. I have like some scars and injuries everywhere.
Oh, well, I would not be surprised if it hurts. Well, now we will move on to the next question. What was your first reaction when he was about to bully you?
Well, at first I didn't really know what to do, so I went up into a ball to protect myself from any vital hits.
Oh, well, that seems like a reasonable idea. But why did you choose to not fight back?
Because the bully may have gone through some trauma too, and I don't want them to experience what they're doing to me maybe. So I feel like I should let them do their thing if it makes them feel better.
I see. A very kind thing you decided to do. But what do you feel after the incident? Did you get any injury? Or were you hurt anywhere?
Yeah, I have injuries on my head, on the left arm, my legs. I was getting kicked all over the place.
I hope you get better soon. Anyways, next question. What was your school reaction toward this incident?
Well, when this first happened, when the teacher found out, they reported it to the head of school, and they're already planning to make the restrictions on no bullying way better and way more secure to other students so that this case doesn't happen again.
It's great to see that they're planning on improving. Well, for this last question for you, I'd like you to give a word to the people watching, one thing they should do when they got bullied.
Well, first of all, I don't think you should always fight back when you get bullied, because even though it might be your first instinct to defend yourself, it might be better to not prolong the situation so that the problem doesn't continue.
Well, thank you for the words, Marvin. I'm sure you inspired the kids that watch us now. And now, to the father. I have some question for you too, and thank you for being a great father raising a child like him.
Oh yes, thank you.
So, what was your response to your kid being bullied in school?
Of course, first of all, I feel angry because why they need to bully my son this way.
Of course, I understand how you feel.
Yes.
Moving on, do you think your son did the right thing, or did you think that he should have defended himself?
I think my son already do what he wants, and of course I will support my son.
Oh, so you're proud at your son's reaction for being kind and taking the non-physical route. And next question, do you have any plans on switching school?
I think it's all up to Marvin. I mean, if he wants to move, then we will move.
Oh, interesting. Well, do you have any words to the parents out there that are watching us right now?
Yes. please parents, just be careful if your son is acting different than usually. Maybe their son have their own problems and you must to talk personally with your son.
Okay, thank you, Dastin and Marvin, for your time, for the wonderful words that you have give us and people out there in the world. And now we will return to the studio with Arthur, Cyrus, and reporter family going off.
Okay, as always, an amazing job from our reporter, Jonathan Penley. Now we were back with our guest, Cyrus, and I will have chit-chat talk with Cyrus, and I will ask him a few questions. So, first question, why did you choose to become a psychologist?
Well, I chose to become a psychologist because of the effect of bullying to an individual.
Oh, interesting. When did you choose to become psychologist?
Well, I finally decided to become a psychologist because I was witnessing the psychological effect that happened to an individual because of bullying, and I understand that they need some support and understanding. So I become a psychologist to understand more about it.
Okay, I get it. As a psychologist, a professional psychologist, what is your response to the incident that happened in your elementary school?
Well, the incident is for the need for the support and service.
Well, if you pay attention more to the victims or to the bullies, which one do you put them first?
Well, in my profession, I need to pay attention to both the victims and also the bully because we don't know what happened, what drives them to do what they did, and so we try to understand. Maybe like the bully also have like experience something traumatic himself or something that makes him do the bullying.
But the bully did something very bad to the victim. Do you think the bully deserves a big punishment for what they did?
Well, consequences for bullies are important. I think rehabilitation are also effective for the punishment, so the bully can learn from what he did.
Okay. We will jump right with the next question. Do you have any personal experience on bullying? Maybe being the victim, maybe?
Well, I have some experiences by witnessing in my youth that bully, and that drive me to what the meal.
Oh. Well, do you think you have an impact on how the victims act towards bullying?
Well, I don't know if I have an impact, but I just hope that my work does empower the victim, and I hope it helps the victim. I will work my hardest with them, and whether or not it helps them, it also depends on them.
All right, moving on. Do you have any advice towards the victims that had the bullying hit?
My advice to the victims are probably to not be alone. They need to reach out to parents, teachers, counselors, or something. Just take a support system that makes them not be alone. They can tell it to somebody.
Two last questions. First one, what do you think is the best way to handle a bullying case? And is there any specific way that ends the conflict smoothly?
Best way to handle bullying is by communication, by talking to both the sides, and also mediation, which is something that you need to agree on. You need to talk to both sides and find out what's best for the bullier or the victim. Like you probably just communication and mediation.
Last question. If there Last question. So, if you have a chance to say something to the world out there, what do you want to say?
Well, of course, I think most of the kids out there probably experience bullying. So all I want to say is just stay strong and do the advice that I tell you guys. Like reach out to somebody and you're not doing it alone. So just find some support system and well, also for the bulliers, they can they don't take it too far. Like I know maybe some of them have their reasons, but they'll probably also have consequences and will do rehabilitation.
Well, you heard it first, folks. And thank you for Cyrus to have an interview with me. And a big thanks to Jonathan Fenley as our reporter. I think this is the end of the show. This is Arthur signing off.